Hadi's not here this year, okay? So big shout out to Hadi Rambod out there. But Hadi.
Absolutely. I mean, both years he came in at the very, very last minute. Did you have a plan B if he wasn't going to be able to make it coming this year? What would plan B be?
اول خیلی خوشحالم که امسال باز در حضور جمعیت و مردم هستم و تبریک میگم که باز دکتر جکسون نجات. خوشحالم که فیلیکس دوباره برگشته و رقابت جوری میشه که دیگه حرف و حدیثی نباشه که خلوت بود، سبک بود، فلان بود. خوشحالم باز گوناک هست، برانزون هست، دیگرون و من از پارسال که رفتم کلا تیمم درگیر ویزا بوده تا الان و خودم آقایون پارسافر مربیم آقایون رامبود کلا شبانه روز 24 ساعت روز درگیر بودیم که بتونیم ویزا آمریکا رو بگیریم و خودم رو برسونم اینجا. من واقعا این 60 روز که بیرون بودم 2 ماه کل سختی ها رو خودم با خودم هم کردم و خوشحالم که تونستم تلاش کنم به خودمو برسونم اینجا.
اگر نمیتونید تو المپیا شرکت کنی چی کاری کردی؟
من همیشه امید دارم به جز المپیا گفتم هیچ مسابقه دیگه شرکت نمیکنم. فقط سال به سال مثل المپیا.
Bob, you want to translate that?
Yeah, I got this. He says he's ready.
Okay.
Hey, bro, help me out here.
I got you, Bob. No worries. First and foremost, Hadi said that he wants to truly thank all the fans for being here. It's such an honor for him to be here. He wants to thank, of course, Hadi Rambod, the Parsafar brothers, for doing all the behind-the-work scenes to bring him here, the IFBB, the NPC, the Mr. Olympia organization. He says that it's an absolute honor to be here sitting next to every gentleman here, as you heard him name, from William, Ramy, Brandon, Phil, who am I missing, Dexter, every single one of them. He says that this year it's going to be one heck of a competition that he's happy to be here for. And he said that it was a really difficult 60 days to get himself here. And it was a lot of trials and tribulations that we didn't know until the very last minute how to move forward. And when asked the question, what was the plan B if you weren't going to be able to compete in the Mr. Olympia competition, he said there was no plan B. I gave it all to God, and I was hoping that I would be here, and here I am.
Wow. Imagine training for this show, training for this competition, the amount of sleepless nights and the amount of sacrifice you make to get here, not even knowing if you're going to come. So that's huge for him.
Listen, the stress these athletes are under, especially our friends from overseas, especially this year with all the nuttiness going on in the COVID restrictions, flight restrictions, country restrictions. You just got to tip your hat to these guys. I mean, listen, it's hard enough getting ready for a show. Most of the people that are here have been competitors. We've all kind of done it. That's hard. Getting ready for a pro show is a whole nother level. Getting ready for the Olympia is a whole nother, and then you pile on top the fact that you might do all this prep, get all that way, and then be denied. And it's crazy to even think about that you could, I mean, you know, we've competed for years, Sean. I can't even imagine going through the entire prep of an Olympia. And then, like, I mean, listen, Hadi could have got to the border. He did everything right. He had letters from the president and everybody. I mean, you could think of, you know, Hadi made sure he had every paperwork he could possibly have, COVID tests, and he could still have gotten here, and they just denied him. That's just the way it works. And, you know, so thank God, you know, that all came through because this guy took 3rd place last year in his debut, People's Champ. Don't sleep on Hadi Choopan.
Yeah, I mean, representing the entire country of Iran and the People's Champ. It's incredible. Welcome back.
Well, listen, we're going to get into weights and measures today, all right? William, you were what, like 235, I think, in pounds, give or take?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, we'll go with 235. That looks good. Without the dreads, okay?
Without the dreads, exactly.
This guy's 100 pounds heavier at 335 pounds. Give it up for Big Ramy. Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Ramy, you're all business, man. I saw some leaked photos the other day. Luckily, in my position, I get to see some photos that kind of crept out there somehow. And you're in shape, my friend. I know you've got a team you've been working with this year.
Yeah.
You're bringing it.
Yeah. First, I need to thank you for Mr. Jemanian and Mr. Jacob, Mr. Dansham, Mr. Steve Wembley to give me this opportunity to be here in this stage again. I know it's hard, and everyone here know what has happened, and he gave me that invitation to be here, and I'm really thankful for that because I working very hard to be here this year. The situation is very hard for me this year. I do Army Classic, I try to go Australia, I try to go Arnold, Europe Pro. It's many things happen, but I'm here. Thank you, God. Thank you for everyone helping me to be here in this stage. And
now, Ramy, I got to ask, okay? You got a full lineup here.
yeah.
You got the champ coming
Yeah,
back, Mr.
yeah, for
Olympia.
sure.
You got another Mr. Olympia on the other side of you. You got another Mr. Olympia right here who's the current champ. You got William and Hadi. There's a lot of competitors and a few we haven't even mentioned that are all competing. Your name has been around for the last 5 years, 6 years as a contender. If Big Ramy shows up in shape, look out. He's got the proportions. He's a big man. He's got the small waist. What is going to be different this year? Can you take the title?
Okay, I'm always asking the judge after the show what I need to do. Sometimes I'm stupid, I'm not doing what they said. But I try this year to bring everything in point. I'm working very hard with Mr. Chad and Dennis James.
Talking about Chad Nichols and Dennis James.
Yeah. And I try to bring, I'm working very hard for that. It's not for me now. Maybe when I start bodybuilding, I try to be number one because Ramy, he needs to be number one because it's money. It's not about that right now. It's about my fans. I have a fans in my pack from all the world, especially from the Middle East. He needs to see one from them. He bring the title there, and I try to doing that.
Yes.
Well, we got judges. Hey, Tyler, what's he got to do to win this weekend? He knows. Okay, yeah. Good answer. You've learned from the best, clearly.